If Alex Smith is healthy, I'm going to take the Washington football team. Because I'm a hopeless romantic, because I cry when I watch movies, because I'm an emotional guy and I want that story. That's why. That's it.
We like that.
When I watch Armageddon and Bruce Willis is having that interaction, I'll cry. That's how I'm wired. So I want the story with Alex Smith winning that division. Listen, here's the thing. The only reason that they have this must-win game in this weekend against Philly is because Dwayne Haskins did not take advantage of his opportunity because he was childish with his behavior and didn't play good enough against two football teams that team could have beaten because their defense was solid enough. So if Alex Smith is healthy, I trust in his veteran experience. I trust that he'll do the right things with the football, get the football to guys like Antonio Gibson. I need Terry McLaurin to be healthy as well. But I believe that he's built to go play one really good football game against the defense in Philadelphia that's beat up. Charlie, the really interesting thing is that Cowboys fans need to become incredibly big Eagles fans. That's the reality. The Cowboys have to win, but then they have to become huge Eagles fans and hope that they beat the Washington football team to get in. So the Cowboys are fooling themselves to thinking that they're good. The Eagles needed to lose for them to have a reality check. The Giants, Daniel Jones' health and performance has been so up and down. I trust the steady hand to Alex Smith and the Washington football team winning.
Yeah, well, I think that if you like to cry during movies, then this is your perfect division because this is the emo division of all of football. It's very Drake-like. Sometimes you laugh at them, sometimes you cry, but you know now, baby, that division is pathetic. I'm going to pick the Cowboys, I guess, because who knows? They got the most talented, their most exciting players in their receiving core. They got some players on defense, even though we've discussed this before. I said on Get Up several times that their defense stinks like earring backs, which is, whew, if you don't know, man, that is a problem. They can't play well on both sides of the ball, on either side of the ball. So I do think that I'm criticizing them, but I'm picking them to win because I don't have much faith in anybody else. The quarterback situation in Washington is bad because we have one quarterback who's kind of playing on one leg and another quarterback who doesn't seem to have it, who by all accounts and all things that he's shown, feels like a bust in the league right now. Maybe something else will happen, but it's hard to root for them. And the Eagles situation, they're just too far out of it. This situation is bad for the entire division. Who knows? They're in a competition to see who can get embarrassed in the playoffs, but I guess you get that 1 week of playoff checks. That's what you're playing for. Getting that one more week of checks to get in the playoffs so you can go lose to another team in a real division somewhere.
Yeah, man. I mean, you boys did a good job, man. You boys did a good job trying. I think Dan talking about his emo stories. And listen, I cried the other night. Me and my daughters watched The Fault in Our Stars, and I already saw it before. And I knew exactly what was going to happen to Augustus, and I still cried. But that's how I feel when I watch the Dallas Cowboys, or when I watch the Eagles, or when I watch Washington, or when I watch New York. I feel that way. I don't even get the good part of the Drake song that Dominique is talking about. You know what I mean? The only part I do get is that we took a trip, now we back on your block, and it's like a ghost town. Baby, that's what the NFC East is. It's a ghost town. It's devoid of good football teams. And so, Dan is picking off of emotion. Dominique is picking off of recency bias because we actually saw the Dallas Cowboys play good. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. And what's crazy is we change, right? Every week, because this division is so bad, we change week to week. And this week, the Dallas Cowboys look like the best team because they were the only team that won. And we've had so many weeks of the NFC East where it's the only team that wins and we suddenly jump on them because no one has wins. And so now when you think about the Washington football team, you say to yourself, this team, at least at one point, seemed to be built the best for consistency. They can rush you up front. They had two talented veteran corners, and they had a quarterback that wasn't turning the ball over and that could lead. They don't have that no more. You don't know if they will have that going into next week. And then when Daniel Jones was healthy, when that defense was playing well, Joe Judge was coaching, you had them competing every week. You said if Daniel Jones and Gallman and Alfred Morris and Deion Lewis can continue this run game, then this team could win. Well, Daniel Jones is hurt. And now he's Daniel Jones with the gimpy leg, like Lil Mo from Home Alone. And so now you don't know about them either. And so when you watch these teams, it's just constant and constant hopelessness, constant and constant sadness. Nothing good ever happens. And so I don't have a pick. I'm not going to pick. If I pick, I could be right, I could be wrong. It don't matter because it ain't my job to be a prophet or a psychic anyway. This division is bad. Here's what I do know. Whoever wins it, their quarterback, their starting quarterback, can be a guest on First Take the next week because they won't be playing on that Sunday. There's my prediction.
Home Alone is another, it's a tearjerker too. And this division is full of wet bandits all over the place, getting played and embarrassed by Macaulay. But I do think, I watched Soul this weekend. If you guys are looking for another tearjerker, it was a tough one. I got to the end, it was getting a little weepy. But yeah, this division is a shame. Yeah. You're right that we're not paid to be prophets. We're paid to be analysts. And Dan and I are trying to analyze, but we can't. We're doing the best we can. But you did a good job there, RC, just telling the truth. Don't nobody know. All we know is they're going to lose. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, this division's, it's really, bottom feeders. And the reality is they all started at the bottom, and now we're here. It's just that their here isn't that good, right? Their here isn't that good.
Wow.
So I'm going to end with this. Dom, I came in today and I wanted to make you feel good. I wanted to make you feel good. And I said that, I see you looking like Morris Chestnut tonight. But I want to make sure that you keep it really real, that even though you look like Mo Chestnut, you don't look like Shamar Moore and the brothers. So although you're feeling yourself, don't feel yourself that much.
Well, I mean, it depends on who the audience is. I think most people would prefer the deepness of Morris Chestnut, over one of them Shalimar guys. I'm just saying.
We need Shamar Moore's jawline. You don't got his jawline.
Well, Dan, I love how you twisted that lyric to a way no one else has before. Started at the bottom, now we here. Because look, no matter who wins the division, they will be winning it with a losing record. That has only happened twice before in NFL history with the 2010 Seahawks and the 2014 Panthers.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.